يسعب بيدوم سآمن حنن الحرية حانن
بكشي شباب بشوفوا ولا صغيرة
In this place, my friend died. It was the first time that he puts on a mask on his face because he decided to be an FSA, so nobody could recognize him. We've got one guy wounded, and he wanted to help that guy, but nobody could cross to that bleeding guy in the middle of the street because of the bullets all over the place and security forces and like. But he has the guts and he went for it, and other guys got encouraged and ran to help him out. And he dragged the body and his friends helped him. Once he got to that point, one bullet went through his chest and he died.
As night fell, the situation got worse.
Hatuna tena kichwa ikaharibika, hatuna tena mawazo kama mtu. Kwa magharibi tulifika ukiraro hapa, wanaita kama wapi, kuka kiraro hapa kutoka hapa hivi. Haikuwa kusema sema bo utajua kama unakamata. Kwa hiyo siku ilikuwa kama kidogo pale, walipaswa kuwa watatu.
Hapa tulifika hapa, ndio kweli tukafika hapa, tukakutana wanamuke, juu mwanamke ajue kimbii, kumukuta unamubana, mnaingia na quelque part, mnafaa betafanya na sama moto muua. Ukisha manza mbaka unamuua mtoto, hakuna tena kuhesabia miaka, nikamata tukatoto atakapata hivi tunakabaka kisha tunajendei, maana tukafaa bakaji kiolele.
The surveillance systems here aren't just simple cameras. Anyone who behaves unexpectedly triggers an alarm. Imperceptibly, humans can observe and evaluate behavior through these smart cameras without anyone noticing. If the camera detects an unusual event, the subject is marked.
Does the NSA routinely intercept American citizens' emails?
No.
Does the NSA intercept Americans' cell phone conversations?
No.
Google searches?
No.
Text messages?
No.
Amazon.com orders?
No.
Bank records?
No.
That was General Alexander. He's the most powerful person in the world, probably even more powerful than the President of the United States or any leader of any other country. That guy's a fucking liar, first of all, because we know for a fact from Mark Klein that the NSA was in fact doing dragnet surveillance of all of those things.
Her children have already been screened and cleared in tests run by the Fukushima local government. But a follow-up screening here at the private Hirata hospital revealed cysts on the thyroid gland of 4-year-old Saki.
2個かなの方が見つかったんですけども、ショックですよね、やっぱり。腱の検査がちょっとずさんと言いますか、ちゃんと見てもらえなかったのか、それとも。
福島の見てると、18歳までですけども、結構数が多いんですよね。早く出てます。 現地に行って僕はその一人一人の子供たち見てその切ない気持ちとか辛い気持ちを知ってるから。
Police guns trained on 2 miners as they crawl through scrubland. It's the 16th of August 2012. These scenes were filmed in Marikana, South Africa by 2 policemen on the day that 34 miners were killed by police guns. Crucially, they show the events from the police's point of view. These pictures, filmed by news agency journalists, were beamed around the world and have come to be the defining images of the massacre. For some time, they were the only images showing what happened that day. But they only tell part of the story. Most of the miners did not, in fact, die at this scene. So back to the police video. It's here, a few hundred meters away from the media, and crucially, out of sight of their cameras, where most of the miners actually died. The men had fled here after the initial shooting, seeking sanctuary. In one part of the footage, an officer from the tactical response team, made up of crack police marksmen, calls for restraint. There's a miner on the move nearby.
Wait, don't shoot him, don't shoot him!
But gunfire rings out. Moments later, the policeman moves over to where a man lies motionless. Just audible, an officer boasts how he took the man down. The young man was later identified as 26-year-old Tabile Mpumza. He was shot 12 times.
And an umpire just to make sure that everything's fair and correct and played properly. And I believe that Colonel Raj is going to be a bully off in the centre. Only 2 players there.
The whistle goes, the ball's in, Tom misses it, Peter misses it.
As we've seen the Mexican waves revolving around the stadium this morning.
And a good contact from Mel's Angels. Tom Chig striking that ball through the number 2 shirt.
Plays it past, keeps the ball, lovely dribbling, and she puts it through, and it's right on the line. It's not been flagged yet. There's no goal yet. And it's a goal to Bosnia Arabia. Sam Print is showing her years of experience there, which belies the fact she's still only 19 years old.
The problem is you're too pretty.
Oh.
I could have stopped every single one of those goals.
Guys,
she
can you help me?
smiled
There's
twice.
such a gentleman.
She smiled.
So lovely.
She smiled and I went all sort of gooey.
Oh.
The Philippines has always suffered violent storms, but Typhoon Haiyan, known here as Typhoon Yolanda, was off the scale. It came out of the northwest Pacific, and when it made landfall, it was the strongest wind ever recorded. It bore down on the crowded city of Tacloban, bringing a surge of seawater that demolished buildings and killed thousands. The cyclone continued across this impoverished archipelago, slamming into island after island, destroying whole towns, tearing their flimsy dwellings apart. By the time it was over, the disaster zone stretched hundreds of kilometres across land and sea.
The bright, shiny face of prostitution. Amsterdam, capital of the European sex industry. It's totally legitimate, a tourist attraction. But through the windows lies a murkier world. The young girls groomed, beaten and brutalized into selling themselves for sex.
These people are the underworld. Prostitution, drug dealing, trafficking, all the areas that you would not expect your daughter to be anywhere near.
Tom says he made his discovery after insisting on meeting the boyfriend and his family.
I was warmly greeted by the family, which to me shows how sophisticated these people are and how they will make the police's job difficult. I met Mohammed, the older brother, the man I would suggest is the leader. Mohammed was shot, point blank in the stomach, leaving a nightclub. He was still carrying the wound when I met him.
इस हमले में 7 ख़वातीन और 3 बच्चों समेत टोटल 21 अफराद जान बहक हो चुके थे. जब वहाँ पर पहुँचा तो लाशें इधर उधर बिखरी पड़ी थी और ये बच्चा भी उनके साथ ही हमले में जान बहक हो चुका था और साथ साथ 2 और बच्चों की लाशें वहाँ पर पड़ी थी.
This is Shehzad Akbar. He's Kareem's lawyer. They filed a case against drone attacks in Pakistani courts. He told me why it's difficult to narrate his clients' lives for the court and the media.
For example, you know, when I have a client and we want, okay, this was the person who was killed, so we like to construct his life on photographs. You know, you have family photos and when he was young, when he was in school, when he was in teens, and then he grew up, and all those photos, they're missing. They're not there because, you know, you don't have the culture of taking pictures for that matter.
ये वाक़या है मकीन का. वहाँ पर ड्रोन हमला हुआ था. वहाँ पर जब मैं पहुँचा तो टुकड़े नज़र आ रहे थे हाथों के, पाँव के और लाशों के. जब ड्रोन हमला हो जाता है तो फ़ौरन रिपोर्ट आ जाता है कि इस हमले में इतने दहशतगर्द मारे गए. हालांकि वहाँ पर सिर्फ ये टुकड़े होते हैं और ये लाशों के टुकड़े होते हैं और ये लाशों के टुकड़े वहाँ पर लाकर किसी तरह पर भी लोगों को मालूम नहीं होता कि आया इन हमले में कितने लोग जान बहक हो चुके हैं. जो मीडिया में गलत रिपोर्ट आती है उसकी वजह ये होता है.
Hello there. My name is John McAfee. Perfect. In my last video, I didn't have time to... you can't tell that she was actually giving me head. Isn't there a shot where she's looking up over the desk? I did not actually know even...
Why are you producing these short films?
Why not? Because I'm 67 and bored. That's one reason. It's a lot of fun. I get to hang out with cute girls who are scantily clad. That's number 2. And number 3, I get to say something that the world will actually listen to that you can't edit.
In the second video, in his own sneaky way, he addresses the accusations being leveled against him.
The 4 most popular factual questions are, number 1, did I murder my neighbor in Belize? Was I manufacturing illegal drugs in Central America? Was I having sex with underage girls, and was I using bath salts? I can answer a resounding no to all 3 of those questions.